Hello, I'm Steven, the calculator guy, and today we're going to talk about wMEMO and some of the most frequently asked questions that I get about it and about staking it. The first most frequently asked question is, why doesn't wMEMO increase in amount after every single rebase? Well, that's because wMEMO is an interest-bearing token that's value is mathematically derived from the price of memo, or time, times some index. Now it is not times the index you'll see on Wonderland, which is unfortunate. That's how it is with wrapped.so. But it is based off some mathematical index. What that means is, after every single rebase, wMEMO will increase in value by the percentage of that rebase. So if you're staking time and you have a rebase that's 0.6%, you will gain 0.6% more time or memo, right? You know that. You've seen that. It's happened to you because you've been staking. Now, if you wrap your memo and the rebase comes, you're not going to see more wMEMO. Instead, wMEMO has just increased in value by 0.6%. So you have the exact same amount of wMEMO, but the value is now 0.6% more, and the value will increase every single rebase. Once more, the amount will not change. If you have one wMEMO and you wait 2 years, you will still have one wMEMO. However, the value will have gone up by 2 years worth of rebases. The value. Okay, the second most frequently asked question is, oh no, I've lost my staking. It's not staking anymore. Because when I go to wonderland.money, I can't see it. Therefore, it must not be staking. You lied to me, Steven. You took all my money, and now it's burned, and I hate you. So, basic idea is that the app here, the dApp, this decentralized app, only recognizes memo. And it recognizes memo as a 1-to-1 ratio for time. It'll tell you how much memo you have, it'll tell you how much time you have. You don't have time or memo. When you have wMEMO, you have wMEMO. And because wMEMO is not an option here, there's nowhere to see your wMEMO, nowhere to see your rebases. But rest assured, every single rebase you are getting this much more is an increase in intrinsic value of your wMEMO, which is exactly identical to if you were staking it. Exactly identical to if you were staking it. So you're still getting the rebases, but you're getting them as intrinsic increase in value. No, you can't see on the dashboard, and I know that can be frustrating for a lot of people. I totally get that. It's very satisfying to see it on the dashboard, and if that's something that is really important to you, don't wrap your memo. Just, watch it on the dashboard. Totally an option. It's still incredible APY, right? You don't need to get that extra risk and extra yield from Phantom if you don't want to. Okay, so now let's go to staking. Right now, you can stake on a few places. Dune, I think, is one of them. Scarecrow is one of them. Morpheus is one of them. Trick or Treat is one of them. Right? All of these have single-side staking of wMEMO. Now, with this, you will see your wMEMO amount increase. So while your wMEMO is intrinsically at collecting those rebases, intrinsically as a value increase, with staking you're also getting more wMEMO. More wMEMO that's also collecting rebases, which is really cool. So what I recommend doing is going over to Grim Finance once you've gotten your wMEMO on the Phantom chain, because you've heard me say it once, you'll hear me say it again. I do not like being exposed to these swap tokens. These are pretty good. So Trick or Treat, Scarecrow, still way in the lead. Great APYs over here. I think Scarecrow has a 2.4% deposit fee. Be aware of that. And then Trick or Treat has a 2%, I think. 2% deposit fee. And then you have Singular here with a 2% deposit fee. Morpheus with a 2% deposit fee. So be aware of those deposit fees, right? All of these have been pretty consistent. I've been really impressed with all of their performance. However, I would certainly want this APY over this APY, all else equal. So what you have to understand is when you deposit, you're going to immediately take a 2% hit, which means whatever you deposit, you will end up with 98% of that being deposited and accruing rebases. And then it's going to take you some time to make back that 2%. But after that 2%, it's all money. You're just auto-compounding and gaining wrapped memo. That's also getting rebases. So just be aware of that, right? Also, some other really important things about wrapped memo is if you try selling it on the Phantom chain, there's not a ton of liquidity, which is why you have incentivized liquidity. That's what these are. These aren't just here to give you free money. You're actually providing a service. You're providing wrapped memo as liquidity to be used in swaps. It's not just, people aren't just throwing money at you because you have a coin. So when you're staking, what you're doing is you're providing single-side liquidity for these DEXs to utilize while you're staking them. And then they give you a portion of the swap fees, and then they give you some incentive through their own proprietary token. Now, with Grim, that proprietary token is reinvested. If the TVL is over 1 million, it's reinvested once every hour. If the TVL is under 1 million, it goes anywhere from 2 hours to once a day, depending on the TVL. And you can find that in the docs, which should be right here. So if you want to look at that, you could. All right, so what I just said was essentially you don't want to sell your wrapped memo on Phantom. At least I don't recommend it. And what you can do is you can go to, the only good swap for wrapped memo, or decent swap, is Spirit Swap, spiritswap.finance. And it's still not that great. It's not as good as you're going to get on the AVAX chain. So I recommend if you're selling any meaningful amount of wrapped memo, bridge it back to the Avalanche chain using AnySwap, unwrap it using abracadabra.money, and then unstake it from Wonderland, and then sell your time, right? Doing all that will still generally get you a better return on your investment than selling it directly on SpiritSwap. However, as liquidity increases, that's going to change because more liquidity means less price impact on trades, which means you're getting closer to atomic swap values. Yeah, sure, connect. I restarted my MetaMask earlier, so I have to reconnect to everything manually. So go to exchange and we'll just look, right? We'll see how good the rate is. Connect wallet again. Connect. So here we go. Spirit has been on a tear. So Spirit's been on a tear, Boo's been on a tear. It's kind of cool, like these particular DEX tokens have some level of utility, and I think there's a new type of Spirit out, a new IBT Spirit, which I may get to a video about soon. There's just so many things to talk about, it's so hard to get to all of them. So if we do meme, which has the best liquidity with wrapped memo, actually let me flop these and do one. We'll see that to purchase one wrapped memo, it's going to cost us $126,000, or 126, oh geez, this much, right? Now, what is the actual value worth of wrapped memo? If you go to the Avatar Money app, gotta go switch chains again. I wish you could have like one chain on each tab. That would be nice. I know you can do it with different windows or different browsers. Okay, so the actual value is 1211.05. In SpiritSwap, we were getting, I think, we're gonna have to pay $200 more. So liquidity is getting better, but you're still not getting the best deal. Okay, no, you're paying $500 more. Right, $500 more in this case, which I don't know what the percent difference that is. 126 divided by 121. It is 4% difference. You're taking a 4% hit, and that 4% can take a long time to have made. Sometimes 4% can take a few weeks to have accrued through staking, and you're going to throw it all away if you sell that rep memo on Spirit Swap instead of bridging it back over. So keep that in mind. So that's the major things I think everyone who's considering or doing wrapped memo staking should know. I imagine there may be this is sort of a hot topic, right? Swaps understand and farms understand that wrapped memo is one of the hottest things to stake. So I think we're going to continue seeing these pop up. And, by all means, when they pop up and they get on Grim, if you're already in the green and the new APY is really attractive, then you can unstake, staking the new APY, and do the same thing, right? Get your ROI back first, and get as much return as you can after that, profit, until another one pops up, and then move to the next farm. It's just called rotating. And rotate your crops before the field dries up and gets all desiccated. So thank you guys for watching. If you want to support this channel, I don't do ads, I don't do sponsorships. I'm not even monetized on YouTube, but I do have a Patreon where I do drop some additional content. It's oftentimes content that I just don't have the time to make videos for. Like throughout the day, when I see something or I catch something, I'm like, oh man, I gotta get this out. And I'll put it out to my Patreon and let them have it and chew on it. And then I respond to all messages, and I try to get to all comments. But the weird thing about Patreon is the comments, they just don't show up in an easy to see way. So I have to go through manually, which isn't that bad. I still try to answer all comments as well. But I definitely answer all messages. If you contact me on Twitter, I literally get between 8 to 12 messages every 4 hours from new people, and they're sometimes very complex questions that people are asking me and trying to get help with, and I try to answer every single one. So I may not get to you for a few days in Twitter, but I'll get to you very quickly on Patreon because it's just a less saturated place. All right. Also, Discord is live. I don't know if I want to go much more as it is. We're probably going to have to bring on some new mods because it got big pretty quickly, and it's great, in my opinion. I'm really, really happy with the team. Really, really happy with the people. I'll do a video on the Discord later, especially when we open up the monetized section where you have full access to the team 24/7, basically. As well as a CPA and a few other pretty amazing features. But that's all in a few weeks from now, right? We want to get it ready before we launch it. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day.